Hi, I'm Carcina.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.
What's up? Grammy award-winning artist, rapper Lil Durk has been arrested on a murder for hire plot over the cousin of Quando Rondo that happened in Los Angeles, or was it Vegas? But they were from the Florida area. Now, he's in Broward County right now, locked up. Yeah, his name Durk Banks. In real life, in his government, rather. He's waiting to be transferred by the he's waiting to be transferred by the Broward County. They already got him arrested there, but the U.S. Marshals are going to come pick him up. This goes back to when 5 people were hit when they did a Five people were hit with federal murder charges for targeting Georgia rapper Quando Rondo in the retaliation for the King Von murder. So, according to the indictment that the U.S. District Court of Los Angeles had obtained, they went through this long, lengthy process of going about doing this. Durk has been everywhere at the time. He was just on Power. He was just throwing out pitches at the White Sox game, trying to do everything, by the book. But they named Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryant Lindsay, and Asia Houston having ties with Durk Banks and his hip-hop group called Only the Family. Now, King Von, born Davon Bennett, was what they call the alleged affiliate of the hip-hop collective and a family member and collaborator with Banks, who is Lil Durk. Now, he did a tribute song to him called The Voice when he was shot in Atlanta at 3 o'clock in the morning in an argument with Vaughn and one of Quando Rondo's, Lil Tim, allegedly shot and took his life. Right? And most people saw that all over the internet. The interviews that went on after the fact led to the fact that all the interviews posted, everything that was said at the time, led to the fact of Quando Rondo bragging about what happened with Vaughn. Being from Chicago, being from anywhere, doesn't even matter if you're from Chicago. If you see something like that and you about that street life, some people are gonna feel a type of way. And it ain't gonna have to wait till you come to the state lines for somebody to come see you and test your mettle. And this is why knowing some of these people that actually know these guys, you know, and knowing these people, and from Durk, man, we're talking about maybe 10 years ago whenever he had This Ain't What You Want, when he had that song out, his first hit, This Ain't What You Want, when he had that out, Durk was not a street dude at all. Like, he wasn't about this life at all. Like how y'all think, he was an artist. 100%. Now that I know. Durk was an artist. He wasn't into this, you know, like this. Now with drugs, with everything else starting to come down the pipe, we don't know how people's minds changed since then. But when he first was rapping and doing his thing, because my cousin was rapping and Durk was doing shows and, you know, trying to get on and putting out his music, and he was trying to go get his day. He wasn't even about all that. Now, he was surrounded by it. Like, the people around him, you know him. And he got family member that was, but Durk was never in it like that. Now, everybody wants to know who told. This happens all the time in this business. You know, when you see all of this materialize, you ask yourself the question, and you start asking bigger questions as to what's really going on out here in these streets, because it's crazy. The government ain't trying to stop it. The state ain't trying to stop it. The city ain't trying to stop it. They're just there to throw you in jail or kill you. You know, that's what it is. Now, they're going to have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this hit was set up by Durk. That's going to be hard. Now, the only way the state could really make this work is the fact that they feel there's enough information, like they got a witness, somebody that's going to testify that Durk paid them to do it. Now, who would do something like that? Is somebody who don't fear the other person is going to do something to them. We've seen this happen a lot. People will roll over on somebody that they know ain't built like that. So they'll say, yeah, he told me to do it. He paid me. Or somebody saying they ain't get paid enough. Now, So the U.S. Marshals had his case. And there's a no bond. And these dudes' makeup is not as real as the guys of days past because of drugs, because of whatever. We saw that in the Young Dolph case, right? What happened with Dolph? Right? You saw dudes, they all on tape, writing statements, rolling over on each other. You see one guy tell on another guy because he want to go home. If people ain't for that life and from that life or whatever, they know how they move and how they should operate. But when you on drugs and you not thinking straight, people would do things, and they could blame you for it. They could rat, they can go get a wire and get you, trick you into saying something. They can do all kind of stuff. But if he did do it, was he pressured into doing it? Who knows? But if somebody take your cousin out, then brag about it on the internet. And people like Akademiks, guys like that. They play a part, and this is what I'll be talking about. Because before King Von lost his life, Akademiks was the biggest face on King Von. He was talking to Von manager. He was trying to promote Von like he cared and gave a damn about Von in the first place. He's just there to get views. The whole nine. All you saw was Akademiks and King Von. Soon as Von died, wasn't even a week later after Von died, wasn't even a week, soon as Von died, he's over there trying to interview Quando Rondo and his whole crew. Now he over there trying to get little Timmy and all them. Soon as Von died, Akademiks rode right over to Quando Rondo. So you gonna get a guy who you was cool with. You was cool with Von them. And I'm gonna tell you, Akademiks, they don't look at you as, oh, I'm just the interviewer. I'm just doing my job. It don't work like that. They were cool with you. Then when Von died, you gonna roll right over to Quando Rondo. You see that? And you're going to get this guy a platform to basically embarrass Von and mock his death. But that's okay, though. They let all that go. And they seem to forget that Akademiks is out here creating narratives, fanning flames that these young brothers got to pay the price for. There's plenty people dead because of his nonsense. Plenty people murdered and gone because he fanning flames. No, he played victim. Why you ain't mad at the people that's doing the crime? You mad at Akademiks. There wouldn't be a crime if it wasn't for Akademiks. He do it all the time. He just did that with Julio Fulio. This dude wasn't even buried yet, and he got Ace Youngin on an interview. So you got to look at the big picture, or Youngin Ace, or Ace Youngin. I don't know. My thing is, he's supposed to be a rapper. I haven't heard anything from him, but that's not my, my type of music anyway. So when you doing something to try to throw gas on flames, to create chaos, to make more murders happen, and so you can make content, I have a problem with that. And it's all gonna catch up to Akademiks one day, It's all gonna catch up to him. Because it's gonna catch up right now when these rappers get smart enough and realize, hey, wait a minute, you the common denominator behind all this bull. Once they realize that they don't really need that dude, but see, if you're a young up and coming rapper from the streets, you're gonna think Akademiks is a platform that's gonna help blow you up when it ain't. Now that Durk's been arrested, Akademiks gonna do a whole week on Durk going to jail. Who snitched? Oh, it was probably his man. He just did 12 years. His daddy just did 12 years and came home. They got the other guys. With Lil Pap. Lil Pap got killed. It's gonna be probably OTF DD, OTF Vonnie, or OTF Boogie. One of them told. So now you're gonna be creating false narratives in the situation. You don't know who did what or whatever. Akademiks isn't from the streets. He needs to stop. If somebody told, it wouldn't be a surprise if somebody's telling. If somebody around him was wearing a wire, wouldn't be surprised with these younger guys today. A lot of them, they code switch so quick. They used to be a mole, now they folks. Then they jump ship so quick. It's crazy. But when they tough with the opposition, but when the law come, they ain't ready for that pressure. They not ready to go to jail. They not ready to stand behind bars, and they ain't ready for that life. All they know is being out on the streets. But when they start saying, oh, well, you finna get 25 to life. My life? Oh, no. They'd rather be outside ducking bullets, dodging bullets than to get hit with a life sentence. There's cats out there like that, bro. So y'all got to stop, and enticing these people, man. What's happening in the streets and they business and what they doing involving street stuff, if you don't know about it and you ain't from it, you ain't trying to help it, don't get involved in it. Akademiks don't need that to make his money. He used that because that's why they pay him big money, to exploit black people. You can't talk about white people like that. I spoke about white celebrities. They tried to make sure my video traffic. Oh, people didn't want to hear that. No, you just held my video down because they were white celebrities. And I noticed that. When I said, hey, people talk about black celebrities all day long in the negative. Start talking about them white celebrities. Can't do it. They don't allow it. Right, Whack 100 ain't gonna be there to save your ass. Right, you telling them they gotta wake up because somebody gonna figure it out one day and say, you know what? It's your ass. All these people, Vlad, all of them, Adam 22s, the Vlads, the Whack 100s, the Akademiks, all of these dudes are working together. Actually, the two white boys own the two black boys. He said an MFI used to sleep in the bed with snitched on me. It wasn't a crime snitch, but it was still a snitch. If I can't trust him, I can't trust nobody. Well, that's what I'm saying. Some people just ain't built for it. I know the most gangsterous dudes in the world that didn't told on somebody else and came back to the hood because they were the gangsters. They told on the dude that wasn't, they knew he couldn't do none of them. They were the gangsters. This dude was a regular square who was rolling with them out of fear. I'm not saying that's what happened with Durk, but Durk wasn't one of those guys in the streets like that. He was not. He was a rapper and an artist when we first met him. Now his cousins, them, they were all in the game. Now his cousins and everybody around him, they were about that life. Now I don't know if Durk got affiliated with that later, but no, they was about it. But Durk was never that in that life. Yeah, I know the gangsters dude, man, out here went and told on the lane. The lane dude that they had there talking about it, yeah, so yeah, it was him. And blah, 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 blah. And they were going to trial and he was rolled over on the dude. And the dude, he was so scared, he stood his ground like, I can't say what happened. He know damn well it wasn't him. But he's too scared to say it's something on somebody else. Because dude was a real gangster. But the real gangster just threw it all on him. And they was like, look, we don't have to take his account for it. We know he's lying. But what can we do? Mm-hmm. He said it's the first time I can remember you even covering Lil Durk. I think I talked about Durk early on for something, but you're right. I don't get into this stuff. I don't do it at all. This is world news now because it brings up the element that this guy won a Grammy. He totally was living his artist life. You know, it was definitely going to be a trap. Whatever happened to Quando Rondo, those guys right away. You know, but he ain't the only family members and only people that Von knew. So we don't know anything at this point. People are saying stuff like, oh, they got wiretaps. Somebody told. Now, we know 3 dudes was arrested for the actual murder that went down. Now, normally there is a witness to corroborate the story that or the evidence that they would have that would link Durk to the situation. So they got 5 people being hit with federal charges in California. Because they're allegedly saying that they were contracted to take out Quando Rondo. Now, according to the prosecutors, OTF paid for the rental cars, the flights, which I don't know why why would you use a credit card for that? I just, that blows my mind. No. All right, go. Think about it. Somebody kill your best friend, right? Or your cousin, your right hand man. You'll be mad as a mother. But unless if you from that life and that culture, they deal with it different. They don't think, let's let the law, let's see how the paperwork and the law deal with it. They don't really think of it that way. When Duck died, right? When Duck was taken out, you had 6 guys gone down over there already. And those guys will probably never see the light of day again. That was their last time probably ever being on the streets. Who win? The system. And that's 6 more of them guys gone. And I couldn't even tell you what they was even warring with Rondo for in the first place. Like, I don't even know all that stuff. And Akademiks, who was cool with Von, Durk, everybody on that side. He was rolling with him. He was talking to the manager, doing interviews with him. They thought this guy, thanks, Whoopi. Everybody look at Akademiks and say, like, that's the guy. He's on the up and up. Because they just don't be knowing. Akademiks couldn't wait. He made 2 live streams. To cover this. He waits for the murders to happen. Let's take a look at this. Look at this. They slid for Von, part 1. He's so excited about people going to jail for life. Black people. He loved it. Like a pig in slop. Look at him. It's over. The moment Akademiks found out Lil Durk got arrested by the feds for Little Pot murder, it's over. He's so phony. And this is the guy that's fanning the flames. This is the guy, Akademiks, who's out here profiting off of people's death and going to jail. He said this is part one. Part one? Oh, this is going to be an event for him now. This is what he loves. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Chicago gave him keys to the city. He threw out the pitch at the White Sox game. He was just on power. Durk was doing his thing. Staying out of the street life, going into the mainstream life. He won a Grammy. But Akademiks, this is what he's about, the destruction of our community. He promotes it. He promotes and interviews these rappers because he knows they're either going to die or go to jail, and he's going to make money with their content. That's why he interviewed Youngin Ace right after Julio Fulio died. Besides that, he had no plans to interview the dude. Then put the interview out as soon as his crew was getting arrested. When they swept in to pick those people up, he gonna release the Youngin Ace video interview. Just like the slime he is. That's the guy. Akademiks. And y'all young rappers from Chicago, y'all keep trying to go on his page because you think it's going to blow you up. All it's going to do is get you on the radar for somebody that's trying to smoke you, and this dude going to make all the money off of it when you die. He going to promote it. He going to make up, instigate stuff with you and other rappers, get you shot and killed, or go to jail, where he's going to be turning over footage over to the feds. This just happened about 10 hours ago. He was arrested last night. He's already got 2 videos out. Look at that. Sitting down, interviewing with this guy is not going to do anything for you. I'm not somebody who glorify us dying in the streets. I'm not somebody who's going to sit there and fan the flames and instigate 2 black men or 2 groups where they really got street beef. I'm not going to instigate that and throw gasoline on the flames so they can go in and take each other's life. Well, Dirk was the one that's making all the money. So Lil Durk had a lawsuit filed against him 2 weeks ago by by Duck's family. Like FBG Duck, they filed a lawsuit against Dirk 2 weeks ago in Chicago. And since he got the money, that was it. Man, Dirk is from that area, but he wasn't part of that life like that. Over the years, Dirk was when Lil Durk, man, you talking about 10 years ago when we knew Dirk. Dirk was the clearest headed dude you've ever seen in your life, dog. Like, he didn't have he barely had tattoos like that. He had no tats on his face. He had maybe a tat on his neck. And he had curly hair with his hair lined up, perfect, sharp mind. It would surprise you how well he could speak and everything. He was very clear headed, very conscious, and it's a shame. Now he's totally different. Skin don't look the same. That's 10 years later, but he's got tats over his eyes. He dyed his hair blonde like dreads, and it's just a morph into what he was getting himself into. And I was like, what happened to this dude? You know? Uh-oh, someone trying to snipe me? You see they trying to snipe your boy already, huh? I don't remember him having tats on his face when we saw him. He had no tats on his face. My cousin was rapping, and Dirk was this little skinny dude, and Duck's mom was blaming Dirk and others and basically suing him. So he's fighting that lawsuit that was just filed like 2 weeks ago. Well, Dirk had a case 5 years ago. So he had to turn himself in to Fulton County. Youngin ain't sitting in the clear yet. You know, that thing is an open investigation. That thing's still going on. Just because they brought some people in don't mean the case is done. You know, you got to see what happens there. Sometimes these people got nothing but time. No, not really. Dirk never used to be about that life. Not like that. That's what I know. Dirk never used to be one that was about that life. Right. You got to get away, man. Ain't no way I'm going to still live in the city or do anything.
That's right. We're outside APD headquarters now, as you said. And his lawyer says Lil Durk is still in the Fulton County Jail as his legal team works to get a bond set. But before he surrendered, we were with him in his lawyer's office. You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to add. Like, I have nothing to run from.
You are crazy.
A rapper's ride. Soon after we spoke, Dirk Banks, a.k.a. the performer Lil Durk, emerged from his lawyer's space and headed toward an SUV. Soon after that, he stepped out in front of the Fulton County Jail. One of his lawyers says he was swiftly taken into custody there, having swiftly flown back to Atlanta after he found out he was wanted.
We found out we had a warrant. We was actually on tour. Once I heard, I immediately came back.
He's going to turn himself in and take care of what he needs to take care of.
We immediately canceled the tour.
He's got a multi-million-dollar salary music career going.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
No.
Warrants involving an incident in February on North Avenue.
Now, well, the internet is saying that they said that they have a wire, but somebody is cooperating. Whenever there's a murder for hire plot, they're going to say somebody was contracted to do this, and they're going to need either a witness or your own testimony to say, hey, he cooperated with this, or this thing is pretty much paperwork. Now, what they saying they have is that OTF, the company he owns, paid for the plane flights and the rental cars on the company credit card of OTF. Now, that to me don't make any sense. Because if you really was going to do this, you ain't finna use the company credit card. This is a straight cash situation. Man, it's so crazy out here. You know, people getting hit at barbershops, people getting hit everywhere, man. It is nuts. It's like the wild, wild west out here. And you don't know who working for whom. So I don't know who did what. I don't pretend to know who did what. I'll just know from when we know of Durk from 10 years ago. What was it? Longer than 10 years. We talking 2012, maybe. He was, so we looking about 10 years ago. When he had This Ain't What You Want. When he had that video, my cousin was rapping. My cousins from Englewood. They were rapping, they were performing, trying to do some mixtape stuff and want to do some local shows. Durk had just got a record deal. And once Durk had just got his record deal, was starting to get his song out there, you know, people were happy for him. At that time, they had, I think Lil Reese was out there doing his thing, you know. And Lil Reese was bigger than him at that time. Now, Lil Reese was out there doing stuff, but Durk was basically the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just a straight up artist at that time. He wasn't really in the streets like that. But the people around him were 100% on that level. They were on that time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't play no games. They was about that. So whether he got absorbed into it later because of the people he around, they protected him, I don't know. Dog, it ain't just Chicago. It's not just Chicago, bro. You just saw in Memphis, the dude sitting there ratting on his doggone guy. They both went to go do the hit. He in there telling, he's got him on video right now signing the papers. He on body cam signing the paperwork. Is he gonna know I did this? He's saying that to the cop. I'm like, dog, you signing the paperwork. He gonna know you did it. That's why I said, if I'm on that mode, if it's me, if I'm on that mode, I might as well do it myself because I'm gonna go down any which way it go. If I hire somebody to do it, guess what? They're gonna roll over on me. They're gonna say, "Oh man, I got knocked doing it. You gonna have to do this time." I'm gonna tell them I did it for you because I ain't going away for life for this. He hired me because what I'm gonna do to him, right? He the hitman. So what I'm gonna do to him? So I might as well do it myself if I was gonna go out. The smartest thing Durk could have did was not do anything. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying the smartest thing is not to do anything because they looking for you to do something. Now I remember Jay Money got murdered from Chicago. Y'all don't know him. His name was Jay Money, and my cousin knew him, and they went to Jay Money's funeral, and they saw Durk. Vaughn, I didn't really see Vaughn. My cousin would, if anybody. They would probably have seen him. But like I said, a lot of those guys who on that time, they not out like that. When Duck got killed, Akademiks sat down and spoke to Vaughn when that happened. He sat down and interviewed Vaughn when Duck got killed. When Vaughn got killed, he sat down and wanted to interview with Quando Rondo. That's what tells you what a parasite that guy is. So that's why I say the things that I say, because I want y'all to pay attention to what they doing and they using you. Like I told you, he was cool with Vaughn. Manager could back that up. Vaughn manager could back up everything that I'm saying. There's Akademiks sitting down doing an interview with Vaughn right after Duck got hit. Now, y'all think Akademiks is gonna be safe in this city if he come up in here? This dude cannot walk nowhere in the city without 30, 40 security guards. You sitting here interviewing him over another man dying in the streets and asking him street questions when you sitting back in your mansion making money off all these black dudes dying in the streets, and you think of it as a joke. That's the problem. They worse than the media. Because CNN, ABC News, NBC, they not finna interview no Quando Rondo or Vaughn or Duck. None of them dudes is getting on there. They ain't finna do that and get them a platform to blow it up. They only gonna report the aftermath. While you wanna make money on the setup of doing that, knowing your interview is finna piss off anybody that's associated with Duck. And they gonna get mad at Vaughn. But you the instigator. You the one in the middle. It ain't about my beef with him. You as a black man should have a beef with anybody doing that. What about the white boys? The white boys that own them, Vlad and Adam 22? You think I get along with them? Black Republican TV said Adam, Vlad, and AK are not of the culture, but they call themselves legend. Exactly. Vlad got his money from suing Rick Ross for getting beat up. But it's black people's fault because we run over there. There's no unisons in place. We run over there. We need something to happen. Then we go, hey, that ain't right. And then we jump up and go run over there and say, hey, that ain't right. That's wrong. It took that for you to see it's wrong. And see, that's the problem. We got to wait for an event. When you see all this stuff is happening, these people still would run over to Vlad. I'm like, why are you there? If you claim you're against it. If you're not against it, then fine, be over there. But if you got a complaint and you don't like the way he do stuff, why are you over there? That's the only point we try to make. Why are you there? Of course not. We're not saying what Vaughn did was right during the interview. But Akademiks shouldn't have took the interview. Akademiks know better. He knows this is an interview he should have avoided. He should have said, nah, I can't get involved in that. Somebody that lost their life. But this ain't the first rodeo for him.
Keep it 100
all the time.
You know
he does it all the time. Oh, yeah. They all sit down with dude. And they say, hey, we just a vessel. You're not a vessel. You're not getting information out to the world. You're instigating drama. Sitting down, interviewing these dudes, giving them a platform to basically talk bad about their ops and disrespect the dead. You're giving them an open door to do that. Now, Akademiks was asked, y'all, to set up Quando Rondo, right? Since he was cool with Vaughn. Did y'all know that happened?
Yo, you have to backdoor Quando Rondo.
No. Yo, that's one of the things I don't like about Toronto right now. just hearing about like how, like I think some of that setup stuff is like so popular in Chicago and certain places, but
Man, cut it out. Backdoor that guy.
no, man, no. I'm gonna have a good interview with him. Let me tell you this. That guy wished death on me, and
No way.
Yeah, he did. And I could be a bigger person, and I could say, listen, you know what? If he's sincerely sorry for that, I could get past it. Man, listen, not everything got to get violent, my brother. You know?
Hey, listen.
Or maybe I just don't got the Jeezy's with me, because I guarantee if somebody said about top 5, oh man, nah, man.
Act, my nigga. Backdoor Quando Rondo for Durk, yo, and Muwap and those guys.
No.
That gang, they're hungry. They're hungry.
Yeah, but like, let me tell you this, man.
They're fasting. Those guys, it's like they never ate food all night. Those guys want, backdoor that.
Let me ask you a question, and don't answer too much, because again, we're on live. Remember that.
I know what I'm saying.
All these girls who be like backdooring niggas and helping set up niggas, do anything ever happen to them? Because something got to happen to the people opening up the back door.
They go ghost.
Really?
Let me tell you
was
something.
on my Twitch girl.
When you fuck a girl,
you were telling me somebody almost backdoor you.
Yeah. This summer.
So that person, they just chilling?
They can't. You never see them. Yo, my nigga, let me tell you something. But I learned my lesson. So now when I fuck a girl in the room, I have a GG outside my door, like, my house door. Yeah. I'm in the bedroom, he's out my house door. Mask off, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
COVID.
Yo.
No, but you never get the girl that backdoors you.
So Durk was being recorded for years by a confidential informant. Well, that seems about right. But we don't know. I don't know that. So I can't go from there. But as you can see, right away, Akademiks, they trying to say, hey, don't set up Quando Rondo, bro. You see that? Go on and backdoor the dude, Akademiks. That's what you need to do. So when Akademiks go live again and he start talking, because he love to promote this, ask them, why do you love promoting death and black people going to jail? What gets you so excited about seeing black people kill each other and go to jail? That's the biggest alarm for all of us. No, stay in school, kids. Yeah. In Chicago, you try to, but hell, the schools are like a war zone. People from other hoods. Then they closing schools down out here. Why don't academics talk about the election? That's what I'm talking about. Why don't he talk about jobs in the community? Why don't he talk about the economic system? Why don't he talk about migrants coming into the country in New York, in Jersey? Why? Why there's no conversation? Why is that non-existent for him? Why is it always the ox sliding on him? Sliding, standing on business. When you don't even know what that means. How can somebody slide and stand on business when they have no clue of what that even means? It's crazy. He should know because he's an immigrant. He came into this country when he was 10 years old with his belly sticking out of his shirt with a lollipop. He didn't come here when his mama and his brother came here. Akademiks got an older brother. Why he never mentioned his older brother? You never mention your older brother. Yeah, Durk went on all of these people's podcasts, right? And he went on Akademiks podcast or whatever. And Akademiks sat down with him. And he told him he wasn't dissing Quando Rondo no more on his tracks. After what happened to, his cousin and everything. Yeah, he ain't want his fans to say slide for Vaughn no more. Like, let's get that off. Yeah, well, when you put all of these people in perspective, the negative images of us are something that they perpetuate throughout media and YouTube, who claims they're so against it. They feed off promoting it and feeding it to our young. Now, I don't know where those two fell out at, because Quando Rondo and Vaughn were cool. I remember seeing a video of them like hanging out together, dressed up together. Like they were both wearing red caps and blue jean jackets together. And they always say it be the dude who you got beef with that's gonna be the dude you was associated and cool with. And I can't tell you where it went wrong because I don't cover that. I just know that they were once cool. And mostly all these beefs happen with people that they was once cool with. No, because I don't get down like that. I'm not into the promote death. The whole war started over a female. That makes it even worse. That make it even worse. Because now what? 20 dudes involved in this are affected. About 20 people affected. Going to jail for life over a beef. Now, no, I'm really over this stuff, man. You know, please stop listening to Choke the Joke, man. Please, please stop listening to him. Man, these street dudes is just street dudes, man. And It comes with their territory. It's just sad. And I just wish people wake up and realize this is what's going on. This is where you're going to end up. You keep going down this road, this is where you're going to end up. Amazing is what everybody should be, promoting. Mm-mm. No, I never see it that way. Well, outlaws seem to be more locked into this than anybody. But no, that was it. I ain't had no passion beyond that. Yeah, I saw the Venom movie. I did a movie review for it last night. But yes, man. Peace and love to all of y'all. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Be safe out there, y'all, man. It's crazy out there. It's a war zone. And it's not just Chicago, man. This thing is everywhere. Every city. Shoot, they people getting down in LA, Santa Barbara. It's crazy. Ain't no place it ain't getting crazy yet. Shoot, Missouri, almost every place. It ain't just East St. Louis no more. Shoot, you go to St. Louis, period. Crazy. Iowa, crazy. You be like, Iowa? Man, Iowa, man, they'll part your wig out there. They got crazy white gangs. It's crazy, man. Everywhere it is crazy. It's like a melting pot of people waiting to see things blow up. Yeah. So hopefully I see y'all on my Patreon, which is Carcino for Life. And, you know, we can get more candid about stuff that, you know, we ain't finna get candid about here. Absolutely. So I'm out. Blessings.